sf.garnishmusicproduction.com, our live stream through our social media, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook accounts. Please like and subscribe as you may, and share as you may. I'm with Cello Joe for our Wednesday 12 to 1 session, working on a new track we've been collaborating on that you guys are listening to right now. We started this track by checking out Tipper's No Dice and then creating our own sounds and feel. The track is currently about 2 minutes and 45 seconds long, so we have some ability to extend it potentially if we want to. There's a couple new samples from the previous session where we have a bass-a-lele added in. That's right, it's a ukulele bass. Got some pretty decent tone without doing too much to it. Just have a EQ dropping out above 10K. And Cello Joe, so you are here, yep?
I'm here.
Yeah, man. So look how this ends. It just all of a sudden just drops off. So obviously we're like in the middle of the song, I think, right now. It does, there's some dynamic change because the bass-a-lele comes in and out. We have some low end. We also have this bass part right here, this hip hop sub bass. So what I do like is that we have some parts that don't have bass at all. And, it's a great way to have some dynamics, is taking the bass completely out, or even transitioning to cello, right? Or our bowed wah-wah cello bass right here. I'll play that really quick. We have our frequency automation going on the backward reverse bowed cello. All right. So this is what. What's that, Joey?
I said that's a funky sound.
It's a funky sound. Yes. We're going for funky here. We've organized a couple spots to kind of tell us where we're at in the song, and we're at about 2 minutes and 40 seconds, and it drops out. I think adding it to maybe get around 3 minutes, ending around maybe between 3 and 3:30 would be a good idea. So let's just put a little marker here as our ideal ending point. So we have some time here to take from other parts. How this session goes, I'm just going to describe it to the people that are watching, that Joey and I go back and forth for about 10 minutes each. I'll start with a little bit here for about 5 minutes and then pass it off to Joey, and we'll be creating new parts in the song, utilizing our skills in Ableton Live 10 Suite. So it's 12:05. Joey, I'm going to go until 12:10, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Awesome. So I really liked, Joey, your idea last time of cutting specific things out. I'm just going to clean this up a little bit. Literally just take that right out. But dropping the beat out and then having random sounds come in. So let's go ahead and try that here a little bit. I also like just doubling stuff up and seeing how that sounds. Castle kit. What is this thing? Pressing Command D just to duplicate that. There's a lot of ways to get different volumes on these guys, but maybe I will do it through automation on the volume. So right clicking, control click, show automation. I want that to fade in. All right, we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. 2 more minutes.
Oh, I gotta say, putting a volume automation like that on the entire track is not as easy to mix at the end. When you're trying to do your final mix, you might want to throw a utility on there and automate the utilities volume so that you can leave the tracks volume at a specific level. And then when you go to mix, you can actually just dial in your mix without having to mess with the volume automation the entire way.
Fair enough. I'll do that, and I will use my last minute to do this properly. Delete automation. Actually, Control Z that. I'm going to copy that automation to my other utility.
Yes.
Boom. So cut that out, and I want to show my utility gain. Show automation. Utility gain. Utility gain is this one. And paste. Whoa. It's higher than I thought. Hey there. Last 30 seconds. Can I do something else with this really quick? I think so. Transposition. Oops. 5 and 3. Not quite hearing that too much, but maybe because let's do it more.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Thanks for that, Joey. Great little tip. All right, so it is 10:10, 12:10.
All right.
Requesting remote control, Joey Chang.
Boom. Requested.
Requesting approved. Go for it, man. And try and if you can actually talk through which shortcut keys you're using while you're doing it, that'd be great.
All right. Okay, so I think last week, as I recall, we had done that, like we were working on that little part you have with the voice.
Vocals?
Yeah, the vocal that's like hey, where is that track?
I have these all grouped, so you can actually kind of
Oh, just close the groups up like this.
yeah, it'll be easier to kind of see. Vocals should be one of them.
All right.
Bass ukulele. There we go.
There
Cello.
goes sample
Yeah, there we
live
go.
all. Is that
Live
it?
all. Yeah. So there's a voice sample in there.
Okay, and then oh, mic samples. Is that it? Is it this right here?
Yes.
No, I thought we did some automation. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, we have a gate that's cutting in and out.
No, so it's already on there.
Yeah.
That's what we did last time. So maybe it'd be fun to try to bring that back, that effect, that gate effect back in somewhere else, like maybe on this. Weird. Is that some weird instrument you were playing?
It's just a guitar being played. I might actually take that entirely out because you can kind of hear the backing beat. I didn't have isolation when I recorded that. Um,
Oh, you're gonna
but
re-record that?
yeah, what might work out because you see how we have the empty space from where we're at to the end. Maybe
Yeah.
we can actually copy our breakdown and end with it somehow with that glitch going on.
Oh yeah. Okay, good idea. So we go like this and select the breakdown section. Press Command L to loop it. Put the loop brace on there. Oops. I just clicked it and it moved a little bit.
Here, I can move it back for you. One sec. I can move it for you. You want it right?
Between the breakdown and the wah wah bass.
It's on a different grid right now, so there we go. Okay,
Boom.
go for it.
Then when you click this loop brace, it should there. Now it's selected everything that's in the loop brace.
Mhm.
And then you push Command C. And then were you thinking dropping it right here?
Um, could be.
There, I
Yeah.
just made it so you can see where everything is by minimizing everything. So if we dropped it right there, it would. And this is one thing that I always notice is like when you do this loop brace thing, you have to click on the very top track when you paste it. Otherwise, it pastes everything in like a weird, it doesn't line up right on the
Like a
right.
lower track.
Yeah, it pastes from whatever. If you had clicked like right here, it would paste everything from Cello Joe's SA down, but it would be pasting the drums on Cello Joe SA. So you have to click on the very top track to do it. And anyway,
You have my voice soloed, yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna double click on this S here. Seems like there's something soloed there too. I'm on a call. Okay. I'll be out there in 45 minutes. Sorry, there's a problem with the garage door apparently. Let me Oh, that's my 5 minutes.
Oh, you get 10, man, but I can take over if you want to go do the garage door really quick.
Okay. How come I can't make everything stop being soloed? See this little S right here on the back screen? Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay, I'll take over here. My opportunity to dibble dabble. Looks like so this S half blue is showing that something is in here.
Okay, well the garage
That's
is working perfectly.
that's soloed.
Got in there and started doing stuff.
Looks like it's on the snare. I'm gonna go inside here. Ah, snare deep is soloed. Let's get that off. We're gonna hear a lot more now, probably. I like this part, and I think that we could potentially duplicate this out to the end. And I like the part right after this glitch area. We did some kind of out work. Copy that over to the end. All right. So let's say that's our end now. Um, and the idea I have is to mute the drums out early and slowly get more sparse with our parts. Looks like there's still cello in here a little bit. So that's kind of where that break happens. And I'm going to take this resample and just reverse it and see what happens. And shift. If you hold down shift, you can stretch your parts. Transpose. This is going to be interesting. It's on grid right now, I believe, so I want to take it off grid. Maybe it's still on grid. There we go. Just kind of painting transposition. And I think at the very end of this, we should have some type of different effect come through. So I just want this to engage just at the end. So show the automation, device on or off, dotted eighth. Make sure it just turns on for that one part. I really like the effect of convolution reverb. Convolution. And I believe it's max for live. Is that where it is? Convolution reverb. Here we go. I want this to also turn on just for the end. And I just want this to be soft. Bringing up some of the convolution reverb effects. All right, it's starting to sound a little like the background noises that I'm wanting. The track panning, let's go ahead and take this off grid mode and move this. Let's just see how that sounds. This is a setting in Zoom that I might need to just change really quick here to make sure that you guys can hear the panning. So I'm just going to go into my Zoom preferences and see if I can set that up. Advanced. Original sound from automation. Sound from microphone. All right. So if you guys don't hear that panning, please comment and let me know. But I'm definitely panning and it's coming through my left-right speaker right now. This one note, I was hearing that and I could think about doing that on purpose throughout this section. Come back to grid tie. Not hearing that bass anymore. Go ahead and take that out. The ending is super spacey with that vocal throw. So this is where I think some of those bigger effects and small effects can come in at key moments at the end of the song. We had a couple different things that we recreated here in our samples. Let's see. All right. We also have some extra sounds. Cello Joe here. Let's go ahead and bring that at the end. And we will take that entire track and end it.
All right, man. My garage door just completely broke. I gotta call and get somebody to fix this.
Sorry to hear about that, man. Are you guys in like a need of opening it right now?
No, it's open and it's right on the main street.
Oh, shoot. Um, well, Do you need to stop right now, or do you want me to just catch you up to where we're at and continue?
Um, Let me just call the property management company and I'll come back. I'll see if I can get this done before our call's over.
Okay. Oh, and that's solo. That's why we're only hearing that. Copy that to the end. So let's find out where our beat drops out. And we want to make sure that that is where this comes in. Beat drops out here. I'll set a marker there. Looks like it's already in. So let's bring that toward the final. What might help us out is to hear the click track to really hear where the count is so that we can kind of match this cymbal tambourine to it. There we go. That should do it. This might even be the intro that I'm wanting. Actually, we don't really have a clear intro yet, but this is this drop. I want to bring in operator transposition. Oops. So we're going to try and drop this. Control Z. What we're doing here is dropping it. These are octaves, so I don't really want to drop it too much, but probably just an octave could be good. Maybe two over a longer period of time. All right, bringing this down so I can hear the track. All right, it's pretty low. Oh, so we might even want to start on an octave above and drop it not so low. So maybe drop it here and let it go to the very end almost. All right. I'm noticing that we're not really hearing this too much, so that show the automation. This is what Joey was saying is instead of showing the automation and changing the volume here to go into utilities and make a different automation separate from your master. So let's do that on the bass, show automation, and we're going to gain on utility. Let's bring this up by about 10 dB. I think that same convolution reverb that I put on the other instrument can be put on here. So where did I put that? I put that on the drum track, and I reversed the drums. We're gonna, here we are. Here's the drum track. I'm just gonna copy this and paste it into our bowed section. Command V, copying that in. And we do have automation on it right now. I think I want to, convolution reverb, it looks like it's turning on and off. Interesting. What we just want is to keep it off, except for that last bit here. And less wet. So this might be something that we can now bring in for when the beat finally comes in and drops in. We're going to just copy this over to the very beginning part bowed intro of the beat right here. And noticing that our volume in this location, our disutility is not higher in this area. Oh, a little bit. So let's go ahead and bring that up so we can hear it a tad bit more. All right. So we can actually bring this drop from at any point in the song, even reverse it if potentially. Do the opposite. Breakdown might be another option for that. Looks like our disutility is still quiet in this area. Why is that? Our overall volume is at 20.5. So it's kind of low, and then we're bumping it up. I might want to bring it up a tad bit more. And often when that drop of the bass happens, we might even want to take this beat and drop it out. We'll just zero it out for now to listen to it. Now I'm hearing it. Our convolution reverb is not on in this location. Oh, actually it is, because the automation was also copied. So that's great. One thing that I want to do is bring this automation a little bit farther so that the reverb can extend beyond the note. Because often reverb might, when you turn it off right away, it'll cut sometimes. speakers on. I think that this might be a good opportunity to purposely put that note right there. These are kind of happening too much for me, so I'm going to zero these out and do it every other time. So you take that whole area, duplicate, duplicate, so that can stay in. So keeping that same type of feel might kind of keep the vibe going in the song. So duplicating that to make sure it's on the same beat. All of these things can be customized. Might be that we extend this a little bit longer so it has a different feel. All right, so what we're doing here is just kind of getting some basics going on. I'm going to mute Joey so that you guys aren't needing to hear his conversation with the repair of his garage. This might sound really good with the convolution reverb on during that portion. So showing the automation, we have convolution reverb off. And I'm going to highlight the section that I want to turn it on. If you just hover over the line, it turns blue, and then turn it on. And then in this section as well. The reason why I don't want convolution reverb on the other sections is it'll kind of be too wet of a beat. There'll be too much going on. So and this is a lot. Show automation. So I'm going to automate this to be down. We don't need that much. Same thing again. Let's see here, we went all the way over here, and let's try and just match around the same, maybe a little bit lower on both of these, because it's just a tail. We just want that reverb to extend out past those sound effects. a hard left right hand in the area that you want. You can just duplicate that. And I want to make sure the beat right here stays in the center. And I did notice that the beat got very loud at the end. That is too loud. Let's find out what happened. Our dis utility. I don't know if we even need that at the end of the song right there. So let's go ahead and just zero that out. All right.
What are you drinking there, Justin?
Got a little cafe con leche.
Cafe?
And it's actually some serious stuff. You ever have that whole milk, 100% whole milk, raw whole milk? It's like $18 a gallon. It's ridiculous. But I put that in my cafe. Pretty good. Are you done with your garage shenanigan? Joey? Looks like you're muted right now.
I'm on the phone with the property management people.
Okay. All right. So we are just finishing up this track here. And it looks like our wide and warm, this is kind of, look at our EQ. We're really bumping the mids here on our EQ. I'm going to kind of back that up. And we have a little bit here going on. I'm going to do an A-B of with and without the wide and warm master. Let's with it on. And then with it off. It's definitely bumping the volumes. You can hear the difference in lows bumped by 1 dB and then also the mids that are also bumped. Actually, the highs are bumped by 1 as well. There is a compression and a 1 dB gain on compression. All right. A lot of automation going on. My CPU usage is around 20 to 30, which is actually pretty ideal at the moment. If it ever started glitching out, I'd probably want to change my sample rates and my preferences. And if you're ever doing live looping or playing along to a track like this, you're going to want to make sure that in your preferences, you go to your audio out and your driver error compensation moves to make sure that the overall latency is as close to 0 milliseconds as possible. So for all you people that have been asking me about live looping in Ableton, I've been messing around in Steam mode and also doing track delay at times as well to make sure that the recording lines up at the right time. If you want to learn more about that, please contact us at sf@garnishmusicproduction.com. And we're just playing through this customized track that we've been creating in the past month or two. We're about, I would say, 7 hours into this track. And we will be releasing it at some point. We might bring in Tabla Josh Mellinger next week and add his splice pack and his sounds in. If you want to see what we were doing with this and how we created it, you can go to our YouTube page or our Twitch page and see the progression of this track from the very beginning. We will be making a playlist that's not actually created just yet, so you can search for the videos, and there should be a series. Actually sounding like I'm spinning something with a reverse on or something, and that's actually just a slowed down drum, sampled drum. All right. I kind of wanted this to slowly fade from one side to the next. Let's try that out. Cool. All right. So the beginning of our song, I'm still not totally dialed on what that beginning is going to be like. I am going to show you guys the original track of Tipper that we got this inspiration from. All right. So let's get out of this mode here. Take all the automation off. And so our intro, this is how it sounds right now. This has a little melody going on. And the drums slowly fade in. Right here you can see the automation. All right, so the original track, I'm going to go ahead and stop this share and share with you the Spotify No Dice, it's called. So this track that I'm about to share with you is the track of inspiration on Spotify. So let's go ahead and share with sound. There we go. And here is No Dice. Nice. A lot of cool effects there. Just going to go back to the very beginning. I'm hearing a lot of reverse. And a little bit of bells until the beat comes in. So going back once again to our track, I'm going to share now our Ableton Live 10 session. And this is our beat, actually. The bass ukulele. I just want to cut a lot of this out and just have certain parts of it. So just shaving off pieces like this really can give some dynamics to a song. This is the part I want to cut out. There we go. All right, and I'm not hearing enough of our effects in here of our backwards snare because we didn't put it in yet. So and something that is kind of a quick thing to do is to stutter this out, is to actually cut it up, sometimes in a specific rhythm that matches the song. So this is all to grid. So I'm just taking this down. Command 1 makes it tighter. Command 2 makes it larger, our grid. And now I can then splice this up. And extend this and leave some space. And I'm also wanting to hear a stuttering on the kick. So this is our sample exactly in this location. It's a loop that we have this whole length. And toward the very end of it, right around here, I want to stutter the bass a little bit. So I'm going to go into that sample and once again change my grid to be tighter. Zoom in. If I want to make sure that I'm reading the same part of the song. So as you can see up here, it's showing where I'm at. So it's a nice way to visually see that I'm in the right location. So leading up to the stuttered snare, make this tighter. We just want to put in some notes here. Let's go ahead and play that. All right, so we do have it. Interesting effect that it has, that rolling, that longer hit at the end. I think I want to maybe shorten this. All right. I'll probably change some of the bus send on this track. There's a specific sound I have on the kick. I believe this is the kick. Yep. Or maybe it's on the master. Drum bus. There it is. So the boom. I want to take that boom off for this section. Boom amount. Let's go ahead and just put that to grid. And from here to here, I'm taking the boom completely out. That's a little bit too much. Let's bring that up a little bit. right, back into stuttering the kick again. And this is going to be a larger one now. Cool. I think overall I'm liking the kick sound better with a little bit less of our drum bus boom amount. So I can just easily bring that back a little bit there. And then we have it even lower for that one part where it really gets busy on the kick. All right, so showing a lot of the automation here. This is that frequency sweep in the beginning. I'm going to do one more little bit here, which is we're pretty much done with our time, but I want to have some of the reverse effects of something that we've created. I believe it could be this track right here in the beginning, and I'm going to reverse it. Okay, we had something soloed. And I'm going to stretch this out a little bit. Sometimes it warps it. I'm not even sure what effects we have on this channel yet, but I'm really hearing our dry wet. This can come up in this location. Looks like there's a throw, but it is just for a little portion of this. I really want that to extend out, start earlier and on. Let's go ahead and try that. I'm also not even hearing the drums come in until about this location. So let's make sure that that is the case. And all of our automation for the drums may even just have a quicker transition. There we go. All right. Out because we already heard the melody. So we just want little hits of it. Looks like we're at the end of our session here for the day. I'm going to go ahead and turn this up so you can hear it on the way out. Thank you guys so much for being with us and learning from SF Garnish Music. My name is Justin. I'm one of the owners of the Bay Area branch. We do electronic music production and sound design in Ableton, Pro Tools, and Logic. If you're and mastering. If you want to learn these, we're doing all of our classes through Zoom right now. And we have tomorrow the Master Oz Tricks from 1 to 3 p.m. working on a track with myself, Boom Carrier, giving thanks to the Elder Tree. If you want to join us on our Zoom call, please check out our website, sf.garnetsmusicproduction.com, or one of our social media, Facebook or Twitch account, and you can get the live stream there. Thanks so much for supporting us. Please like, subscribe, and share what you're seeing here. And we will see you again in the near future.
Hey man, sorry, I just got off the phone about the garage door.
Joey, I'm ending right now, man. We'll talk later.